Hey everyone, my name is Brittany. I'm 22 years old, and 2 years ago I decided that I wanted to become a nurse. So this series is offering some helpful tips and tricks to show you how I got through that journey and hopefully inspire some others who are on the same path as I am. So if you're interested, then stay tuned. This particular video is going to be more so geared towards after you've decided that you do want to do the LPN path. How do you get into LPN school? What do you have to do to get into school? Now for me personally, my experience was a little bit different because I had already taken my CNA. Now the way that they do it, and I believe they do this for RN, RN and bridge programs, is they have a scoring system where you get points for specific classes or degrees or special licensure that you may have. So because I was a CNA, I got quite a few extra points in my application process. And the application process, pretty much it goes by they put you in order based on your points, and depending on how many seats they have available, they will do the top 20 or top 20 applicants will get into the program based on those points. So it's really important that you have college courses, or that you have your CNA or you have a degree or something already to kind of help push those points in there. So part of it was if you were a CNA or if you worked in the healthcare field. Also, if you have like an EMT, not an EMT, yeah, if you have if you have like a medical, like a med tech license or something like that. I almost said EMT, but EMTs and LPNs are kind of on the same level, so I don't think EMTs would become LPNs. Anyway, yeah, so that was part of the points. And then also your Pax test. Now what the Pax is, it's a pre-admission test for getting into the program. For most Pax tests, they do have like a study guide that you can use, but me personally, I am a Quizlet freak, so I went on Quizlet and I printed off some little Quizlet notes that they had based on the Pax. So they had vocabulary, different topics that you needed to know. Sometimes you could type in like Pax science or a specific area that would be on the test if you wanted to brush up on it. And the thing with the Pax test is if you already have the base knowledge of what's on the test, if you've taken biology or chemistry classes in high school, then you may already have some of that base knowledge. You just kind of have to wake it up a little bit because it's not something that you can really study for. That's why I didn't buy the book to study it, because I looked online and I researched, and people were like, look, it's a standardized test. If you know it, you know it. If you don't, you don't. I believe for my program, the minimum was an 80 that you had to receive on the Pax test. I want to say I got like a 119 or 120 on it. But that's just because I had science background from high school and from college. So if you don't have a science background, that doesn't mean that you won't pass the Pax test. It just means that you may have to do a little bit more studying based on the suggestions that are online for the Pax test content that they have on there. So after you take your Pax test, well, for me personally, I had to do medical math, and medical math is just dosage calculations. I think I have my books down there. It's pretty much dosage calculations, because in nursing you are continuously you're calculating constantly, whether it's an IV, whether it's figuring out that, okay, this person needs 20 milligrams of omeprazole. Right now you only have 10 milligrams of omeprazole. That was an easy one. You just gave them 2 of the 10 milligram tablets. But sometimes it's not that easy. And it's math that you have to do in your head. So, well, not that you have to do in your head. For the actual medical math, you did have to do it without a calculator, because sometimes you won't have a calculator, and sometimes you just have to know exactly what you need to do as far as the steps to get from one problem to a solution, pretty much. So the medical math was the most annoying thing to me personally. But I do understand how important it is, because when you are drawing up insulins, you are giving IM injections, or that kind of information is very important, because the difference in 10 units of insulin and 5 units of insulin is very big, and that can cause someone to bottom out and die pretty much. So you really want to make sure that you get a grasp on that math aspect. And I know a lot of people are kind of worried about it, like, you know, is it really important for us to know math? It kind of is, but you have to understand it's not like trigonometry that you're needing to know. It's very basic math equations, but you have to be efficient in it. So for my program, when you take your TABE test, which is the I guess the entrance test into the actual vocational school, you had to score a 12th grade level or above in order to get into the nursing program, because it's that important for you to be able to do these math calculations. So in order to take medical math, you had to actually have a 12th grade level already on your TABE, and then you would get into the medical math, which is already annoying enough. So that was the process for me. It was pretty much filling out the application, doing the Pax test, doing the TABE, and then doing medical math in order to get into the program. And then once you're in the program, you had to get a background check done, you have to get your fingerprints done, you have to get a two-step PPD test. If you do have a reaction, then you have to get a chest x-ray to make sure that you don't have active TB, because sometimes people may have come from the islands where they get like an immunity shot or something to TB, so they are always have a reaction to the PPD test, and they just always have to get chest x-rays as far as applying for, you know, nursing school or different facilities to work in. So that is my entrance into the LPN program video for you. If you have any questions, let me know. It was a little annoying doing the math, which I've already said. However, it was definitely just a stepping stone to get into the program, because once you're in, you have to do pharmacology, and that's a whole nother level of annoying. So if you have any questions, let me know. Make sure when you're researching schools to definitely look at their pass rates for the NCLEX. The school that I attended actually has about a 98% pass rate for the NCLEX exam, and that is really what sold me on going into that program, because it's a boot camp, but they have results. Whether or not whether or not they start with 10 people and end with 2 people, that percentage is still 98%. So that just means that the people who didn't make it just didn't make it, you know? If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll leave all my social media networks down below as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.